stop. Hmm. Microphone didn't hear. Testing, testing. Sure it's on the right microphone. Testing, testing. Yep, there we go. That's good. And we are live. Cool. All right, everybody. Randy Justice here. We don't have severe storms moving through the area, but we do have flash flooding in most of Sevier County. So that's where I'm headed to bring you guys the coverage of the flash flooding. I didn't know I was going to get to chase any kind of weather today, but the Sevierville Pigeon Forge area has already seen over 3 inches of rain in a very short period of time, with up to another 3 inches expected. So flash flooding is a concern. That's where I'm headed to at the moment, is to Sevier County. And hadn't planned on going live today, but the flash flooding in Sevier County kind of prompted me to get out and go bring all the coverage I could to everybody in the East Tennessee area, especially those of you in Sevier County. There's no severe weather expected. No high winds, no large hail, none of that stuff. It's just regular garden variety thunderstorms, but there's a lot of rain trailing over the same areas repeatedly. And like I said, Sevierville Pigeon Forge has already had over 3 inches of rain in just a couple of hours. And the last I heard was up to another 3 inches possible in 6 inches of rain in a short period of time. That's definitely going to cause some localized flooding. That's why they're under a flash flood warning right now. It'll take me roughly an hour to get there. Uh, so if you join now, ride along with me till we get to Sevier County, and then I'll bring one home. And next week, still watching that possibility for tropical weather, which is still a lot of uncertainty on the system that may impact us, especially the Carolinas. So that's something we're going to be watching very close for Tuesday, Wednesday timeline. So far, the 2025 hurricane season for the U.S. very underwhelming, which is great. But we do still have time left, and near the end of closing down our holiday repair shop for 31st is our last day of business. And I'm going to have a lot more time to get out and bring you guys the content that something I've talked about before. And I won't bring you all weather events and stuff, especially all my followers in East Tennessee, which is where I live. I won't be able to bring you guys any kind of. Right now, today, if you're just headed to Sevier County, which is under a flash flood warning, until 1 p.m. right now. Already had over 3 inches of rain with up to another 3 inches expected. And these storms weren't supposed to move through until later this afternoon. They moved in early. And if you're just joining, watching real close, the possible tropical weather for the Carolinas next week. So just for anybody in the area that doesn't know, Interstate 275 in Knoxville is actually shut down for road work. They've actually got it closed off. Anybody in Sevier County especially, but anywhere in East Tennessee may be headed that direction today. I share the stream with them, so that once we get there, they'll kind of know what road conditions are and what flash flooding is going on. As always, you can like the video. That helps the algorithms get it out to more people. If you're not subscribed to the channel, I ask that you subscribe. Traffic's moving pretty good right now, so it's not going to take us long to get there. Not really can't stand people who are just speeding. And I appreciate everybody gets driving like an idiot. Mm. So everybody's with me. I appreciate you guys riding along. Like I said, it will be long till we get there to Sevier County. Take a look at the flash flooding that's going on. Okay, I guess now you don't want to. Let's try. Good news is it didn't take us a long time to get up here, only 27 minutes. We've been streaming, so, and we'll be into the flash flood warning area momentarily. And if you guys know anybody in the Sevierville, Pigeon, Gatlinburg area, please feel free to share the live stream with them. Try to find the latest, most up to date on the flash flooding. Some of these places, especially, looks like on the radar toward Gatlinburg, the rain just continues to fall. I was needing to come up here anyway and get my annual parking pass for Great Smoky Mountains. So I'm going to take care of that while we're here too today. But as you can see, it's still raining here in this area. It's already had over 3 inches of rain in a short period of time. Last I heard, it was up to another 3 inches expected. And because of runoff from the mountains and stuff, there's always areas up here that flood. Wow. A lot of people don't obey the speed limit. Yeah, and here's the question for you. Used to, especially through here, police were everywhere enforcing speed limit laws. Where are they at? I don't see them anywhere anymore. It's rare to see anybody on the interstates or anywhere else that's enforcing our traffic laws. And I see tons of accidents coming down by excessive speed and reckless driving, and there's nobody there to stop it. Nobody there to prevent it anything. Do we just have that much of a shortage of officers, or I don't know? So again, just a couple minutes, we'll be in the flash forward flood warning area. We're just outside of the warning polygon right now. No, wow. JF, thank you very much for the super chat. I really appreciate that. Yeah, again, if you're just now coming on here, if you're new to the channel, uh, ask that you subscribe. It helps get it out to more people. Like the video, please feel free to share it with anybody that's in this area, especially. And I'm hoping that the flooding up here is not too bad. But it's been 1 year since Hurricane Helene did so much damage, especially in North Carolina, but even upper East Tennessee. I know that's been kind of fresh in the news the past couple of days. Not expecting anything like that, but any flooding definitely causes problems, cause damage, and for people who want to drive through it, even though you hear all the time, turn around, don't drown, people still try to drive through it, and a lot of people in flooded situations lose their lives just because of not using any common sense. Oh, that's pretty funny. one of their employees and good friend of mine, Jeff Beeson, and his girlfriend Linda. That was so funny. It's amazing who you'll see when you get out and stuff. So Jeff and Linda's up here today. Good to see them. Oh, it's funny how I run into people. It seems about everywhere I know somebody. Of course, I'm that guy my wife tells me all the time that I can walk in, meet a total stranger, and come out knowing their life story. So I like people for the most part, and I like getting to know people, get to hear their stories. So we are in the flash flood warning area now. Just entered the warning box. Once we get up here closer to the Little Pigeon River and some other streams and stuff, we'll check those out, see what the road conditions and everything are. I'll see if I can't set up the portable cam and get out. Oh, you're very welcome. Very welcome. Big shout out to my channel members too. Those of you who have become members of the channel, thank you so much. Your support helps pay for the gas to come out and do these chases and stuff. So I appreciate that. So the super chats and everything. I'm not one. Anybody who watches this channel regularly, I'm not one to get on here and ask for money. That's not why I do this. I do it as a service to bring people updates on what the weather's doing. And winter is right around the corner, so we're going to have a lot of winter weather, I think, this year. And that's some of our funnest times. I don't know if anybody on here that's watching right now has been on any of our previous winter weather chases. But if you are, and you're some of the ones that have actually come out um, to meet me, my wife, and stuff while we're chasing and introduce yourselves, thank you very much. I still appreciate that. It's always nice to meet and interact with subscribers and members of the channel. And again, I appreciate it, guys. Take a quick minute here. Hey, Bill, how you doing, man? JF, hope you guys are having fun with the riding along here. Hopefully, we'll get to. I really hope the flooding's not that bad up here, but we'll get to some of those areas very shortly. Of course, we know from previous videos from people that, especially the Gatlinburg area, when we see rain like this, it seems to have some pretty good flooding on some of the streets and stuff. We'll just take some time to drive around and see what we can see. And rain's just not letting up. And looking at the radar, there's just more rain behind us. It's just trailing over the same areas. So the little Pigeon River is off to my right, and looking at it, it's not over the banks. I don't see any flooding, but it's very high. Actually, more worried about some of the smaller streams overflowing. Worst thing about trying to come up here and bring the weather and stuff is just the traffic, which isn't horrible today, but the closer we get to Pigeon Forge, I'm sure it will get worse. It always does. Apologize. I always can't look at the chat when I'm doing it. Okay, yeah, you want in front of me. I see that, and I'm going to try to let you, but coming right over on me is not going to help. But I'm waiting, dude. Wow. Maybe you should have been in this lane to start with. Just one. Mr. White Truck, we're not impressed. Uh, I agree. These people are silly. Why? It's like nobody knows what lane they need to be in today. Then you have people getting mad about it and want to accelerate on rain-soaked roads like idiots. That's what these people are. That's what make no mistake about it. There's not a single person out here that has to be anywhere that bad. They're going to endanger everybody else and themselves too. I'm gonna try to get my, and I didn't do it before I left. I should have. I'm gonna try to get my portable camera up, and that way, when we get to some of these streams, I can actually get out and show you all what's going on. Yeah, driving in the rain or even snow and stuff isn't always fun. That's for sure. I think I'd rather drive in the snow than in the rain, which sounds weird, but I don't know. The snow, it's going to be slick. You're going to have to slow down. With rain, you're going to be going along. If you've got a lot of rain, you hit a puddle and hydroplane. So sometimes I think just wet roads, because everybody overestimates their ability. I think sometimes just wet roads this way is a lot worse than snow covered roads. Ice is a totally different thing. Again, all that snow and ice is right around the corner. Even though we just got into fall, winter is coming. I did not know there was a Tennessee Museum of Aviation up here. I just saw the sign for it. I want to check that out at some point. I have to check that out. We'll have to do a video on it. I understand why in the summer this place is so busy, all the attractions and stuff, people vacationing that come here. I've never understood once summer's over and all the kids are back at school, why it stays so busy up here. Wow. Lots of traffic up here today. And I'm dumbfounded by drivers. This guy on the other side, I think that I was far enough past you couldn't see it. just backs up and turns around to go the other way in the middle of the road with traffic everywhere. I don't. I've seen that twice now. I don't. I, I'm dumbfounded. I'm dumbfounded by the way people are driving today. Nobody's in the right lane. I mean, I'm going to be nice enough to let them over, but hmm, I don't know. Is it just me or people seem to be so distracted nowadays when they're driving? You and my wife have had that conversation a lot. And I don't know if it's the fact that everybody's over medicated, if they just don't care, if they, I don't know what it is. And you would think on a day like this with all the rain and stuff, people would that people would stay indoors. But nope, not going to do it. Oh no, you got to laugh at it, JF. I'm telling you, it's just because laugh or cry. What do you do with people? So little Pigeon River. Oh, it's definitely high, but it's not flooding. So I've got a couple of areas I want to go to where there is possibly some of the flash flooding going on. So far, I've not seen any flooding. We're going to get off the main road here in a minute, go down to the back roads, and see what we can find. It's the only thing I hate about storm chasing and getting out and bringing weather stuff is just traffic in the southeast, especially, is just unreal. You'll see storm chasers out in the Midwest where most of the time they, incur very little traffic. But here, especially places like Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, where everybody comes to, it's just hard to get around. Hmm. As always, I don't have any paid sponsors for this video, but give a shout out to products I like. One of them is our internet today that's providing the live stream. Is Starlink. I've got Starlink dish mounted on top of the my vehicle, and it is giving us very good service today on the internet. The only problem with Starlink is if you go through an area like I tried it in went to Cates Cove a couple weeks ago just to see what it would do. I didn't live stream, but if you get where you got anything overhead, tree cover or anything, you definitely lose signal. But places in Cates Cove where you have no cell signal whatsoever, I was able to get out into an open area where the sky was visible to the Starlink dish and make phone calls over Wi-Fi. So that was great. So it means not just cut off from the outside world. Uh, Starlink has definitely been a big help to people in when we've had natural disasters, even over in North Carolina when Hurricane Helene come through. There were people that took their Star links over there and set them up so that people could make calls and get on the internet and reach out to their friends and family. So whether you like Elon Musk or not, or Tesla or any of that, Starlink is a very valuable tool. Again, I hate that we've got all this traffic today. It's making everything very slow moving trying to get anywhere. Looking at the radar, the rain's definitely not letting up anytime soon. It's amazing. Why do I feel like that red car there on the right is wanting to go all the way across traffic? Because, I mean, they've left her space to get out. I would have done the same thing, but she's wanting to go all the, you can't, it's traffic. Well, finally. I know y'all probably get tired of hearing me fuss at drivers, but oh my gosh. Wow. They make it so easy. It's just off to the southeast. I wasn't sure which way she was going to go. It kind of confused me too. So far, I've not seen any flash flooding. I mean, even though we're still under a flash flood warning, uh, even the river and stuff, I've been looking at them off to the sides, and there's just nothing that's no flooding I'm seeing yet. Titanic Museum, which is kind of neat if you've never been. Wow, they're packed today too. Again, I'm just Don't understand sometimes why this time of year it's so busy up here. And even though, summer break's over and fall started, most kids are back to school, I'm still seeing a ton of out of town license plates. Kind of wild how low the clouds are over the mountains. Even if we don't find any flooding, it's still been a fun drive. The area's still under a flash flood warning. I've just not seen any. Very interesting. First time I've seen that sign that says, do not block intersection, $168 fine. I don't think I've ever seen that before, so it's kind of wild. Again, if you're just joining the video, we come up here because the area is under a flash flood warning. So far, we've not seen any flooding. A lot of traffic. A lot of bad drivers. If you're new to the channel, I'd love for you to subscribe, hit the like button so the video gets out to more people. Uh, Again, to the channel members, thank you guys for becoming members. I appreciate it. Definitely helps with paying for the gas on these trips. Yeah, I think we're going to have to get off the main road and get on some of the back roads, which we're going to do here very short. Smart and make a left turn at one of the lights so that we can kind of get back on some of the back roads, take a look at what's going on. Have this kind of rain and stuff, especially around the island here at Pigeon Forge, it will flood. But how are you going through so slow? Get across. So we're going to get back here and look at some of these streams and stuff around here and see what we've got. Again, this is just an area back here that a lot of times does flood when we have rains and stuff like this. So we try to get back in here so we can see. Even though the water is very high, I'm just not seeing the flooding. I'm not sure about these people, but it'd be a great day just to be curled up on the couch. More rain coming down. This is this is the backside of where there's the place called the Island in Pigeon Forge, and this is the parking area that's behind it. That's behind the island. A lot of times there's a stream that's just off to the right of me, and a lot of times it floods, but it's just not. I mean, it's high, but it's not anything that's flooding. And I don't have a good place to park, or I get out and show you guys the stream because I thought if there was anywhere that would have flooding, it would be back in here. But so far, no. Definitely had another batch of heavier rain that's moved into the area. The seen a lot of people though. There's crosswalks for a reason. Well, even going through flood-prone areas, we didn't really have any flooding. I know they said this road's been impacted, but I think it's going to be very few. Yeah, I try not to run across the street that way either, especially not trying to beat traffic. I can still get up and move pretty good, but yeah, it's just, especially in this weather. So it's just a very rainy day here in Sevier County. Getting flooding, I'm not seeing it. A lot of the rivers and streams are very high. Wow. Again, some of these drivers just need to be, yeah. It's amazing how many tourist attractions there are through here now. Some of them's pretty good. Some of them's kind of cheesy. Remember when my daughter Brittany was little, we'd come up here all the time so she could ride go-karts and a lot of the rides and stuff at some of these places. Hard to believe she just turned 22. So now there's a flash flood discussion from the Storm Prediction Center for most of East Tennessee and even parts of North Carolina. And basically, heavy rainfall and flash flooding is possible for the next 5 hours and 42 minutes, is what it says. So now they're kind of expanding the flash flood discussion to, like I say, most of East Tennessee and quite a bit of Western North Carolina. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, Brittany just loved it up here. She, we come up here so many times, and they grow up way too fast, don't they? If everybody just be polite and let cars out and stuff, it'd make things a whole lot better up here. I mean, I try to, if it's a car, trying to get out, I try to let them out, but I just watch people, they just don't care. They just walk them in. There's just no mutual respect anymore, it seems. I've always had philosophy. I try to treat people the way I want to be treated. And I think for a majority of our country, we've lost that. Well, I'm glad that so far that we've not had the widespread flooding, that we've not seen it. Uh, of course, there's still a ton of rain that's trailing over the same area, so it's possible. But every time I go out to chase any kind of weather and stuff, I always hope it doesn't happen because I don't want anybody to get hurt, property damaged, or any of that. Um, but sometimes it makes for a boring video. So I didn't even, I was looking the other way and didn't see him trying to come out, or I would have let him out till what you have a guy wanting to turn left. Oh my gosh. Yeah, unfortunately, it's traffic's the worst part of trying to get anywhere up here today. Trying to let you over, but I'm not going to sit here all day. I thought traffic coming into town was bad, but it's unreal. A lot of people's turning where it says no right turn, and they're just going to do it anyway. Jeez. Hmm. Sorry, this is so boring today, unfortunately. Oh, JF, thank you very much. Hey, Angela, how are you? JF, thank you very much. I appreciate you being on here today. Um, Again, I'm glad we've not seen the flooding they were talking about, but of course, there's still that discussion for most of East Tennessee and Western North Carolina for the next little over 5 hours. There is the potential all throughout the area for flash flooding. And again, I really hope that it doesn't happen because I don't want to see anybody hurt or property damaged. Or again, if you do come across flooded roads, please, please turn around. We don't need anybody drowning today or any day. Little Pigeon River is high, but it's definitely not overflowing its banks by any means. Thank you, JF. I think just to let everybody know, since we don't really have that flooding going on that was expected, I'm going to stop. If my wife's watching, sorry, Deb, I'm going to stop at my favorite restaurant up here. And if my wife's watching, she's already fussing about it since she didn't come with me. But Pizza Rio, if anybody's never been to Pizza Rio, it's a Brazilian pizza place. If you've ever been to Brazilian steakhouse, same concept. It's unlimited. They bring everything around to you. You get to sample as many different pizzas as you want. Uh, Unlimited. They have what I consider, and a lot of people, I even have people that don't like wings, have said it's the best wings around. It's called Pizza Rio. It's behind the Hollywood Wax Museum here in Pigeon Forge, and that's where I'm going to go for lunch and continue to monitor the weather. And if it gets bad, if flooding really starts happening, I'll come back on live and we'll do it. But right now, I mean, I'm just not finding the flooding that was supposed to be happening. And actually, I think the flash flood warning, let me see what they're saying about it now. Uh, Expires in another 60 minutes. I think it originally was supposed to expire at 1. They've extended that out for another hour, but again, I'm just not seeing it. But that's not necessarily a bad thing. Hey, Carolyn, thanks for being on here. Definitely trying to stay safe. I'm glad the flooding potential is not what it was thought it would be. Thank goodness. Uh, but appreciate you being on here. If you're new to the channel, I would ask that you would subscribe. Just helps get it out to more people. Like the video. Um, Again, thanks to everyone that's become members of the channel. I appreciate it. Definitely helps me pay for gas. Uh, and not looking to get rich off YouTube, believe me. But anything toward gas bill and stuff helps. But it's not necessary. And of course, subscribing doesn't cost a thing. I think that after I have lunch, I don't know how my cell service will be, but I may go back Highway 321 instead of trying to go back through Sevierville in all this traffic, and maybe take this end of the Foothills Parkway and make a video about it. That's kind of my thoughts. And I hope while I was talking, I didn't miss where I was needing to turn. But if I did, that's okay too. Yeah, let's all run the red light. That's good. No, I didn't. It's right down here is where I need to go. No, thank you very much, Carolyn. I really appreciate that. Um, Again, gonna have lunch at Pizza Rio, Brazilian pizza place. I will definitely a video in the restaurant, but I can at least take some pictures and share it with you guys. And we're gonna turn right by it on Showplace Boulevard. The other thing on here, Country Tonight Theater, off of Halfway Cross Country Tonight Theater. Hey, Deb, if you're watching, there's a bunch of geese on the left-hand side. Oh, awesome groundhog standing there. I wonder if I can get his picture. I'll get his picture. But anyway, this is where Pizzerio's at. Awesome food, unlimited, best wings I think there are. So, everybody, thanks for being with me again. We didn't see the flooding. I think that there's still a potential for the next few hours that it could happen. If it does, I'll come back on. We'll start a video and we'll do that. But I'm gonna go have some lunch. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. If the flooding does get worse, I'll be back on. Anyway, have a great day, everybody, and I will talk to you guys soon.